she had tears in her eyes, and she says, "I want to thank you for providing these toilets because somebody told her that कि हाँ मालक है, हाँ toilet बघतोय." So she said, "I want to thank you for." So I said, I mean, why are you thanking me? I have made a deal with the contractor, and he says, "No, these quality of toilets that you have provided compared to what we had in the past, and even the toilets that are made of tin or made of some shoddy material, they were broken, they had holes in it, we used to get cut. These toilets are such good quality, they are so safe, we feel very secure." So I have a 11 or 12-year-old granddaughter who also lives here with us, and she has to go to school in the morning. She says every day in the morning, because we don't want to use those tin toilets, we go out into the open at about 3 o'clock in the morning to answer nature's call.
That is the issue.
And she said that thanks to you, my daughter can relieve herself at 6:30 in the morning instead of getting up at 3 and going to the bathroom. And I had tears in my eyes because I said I never imagined that going to the bathroom is such a big deal. But in this strata of society, it is a huge deal. And this, many of us will probably take it for granted, but I think we have taken for granted that the bathroom is, we can get up any time and use the restroom. But
we are blessed.
We are blessed. And if you see, majority of the people in this country do not have access to sanitation. And that's exactly why we are a social impact company and not just another toilet provider or a sanitation services company.
Agree. What's the worst comment?
Toilet is dirty, you haven't cleaned it. I mean, you have to face that also.
You get discouraged?
No, I don't get discouraged. Why should you get discouraged? I mean, look, I can't say it's not my job.
Then what you learn about that?
That you have to keep improving your services. Maybe your system, something is wrong. The person trained is not trained properly. So you go back to your manager and say, "Look, I saw a toilet was dirty, somebody said that they were dirty." We keep receiving feedback. We've got a website where people write comments. We've got social medias on Facebook, somebody might write something. And the moment that it's an indicator for us that we need to pull up our socks. So I don't look at it as negative for us. I look at it positive criticism, and we make sure that we don't make the same mistake again.
Now you're in this domain. Now kindly explain us what is your opinion on Swachh Bharat?
So I think this has probably been the biggest endeavor that has been taken up by any government, and I think Narendra Modi needs to be definitely praised for this whole movement. If you observe around you, and each and every person in this auditorium, somewhere in the back of the mind is thinking about Swachh Bharat. Tell me, before this government, how many people thought about Swachh Bharat so passionately that they are talking about right now? Maybe very few people, very few. There are about 4 or 5 people who are still thinking about it. But majority of the people have started talking about Swachh Bharat Abhiyan.
Because bombarding from
it's constant.
it's
like constant Swachh Bharat. Everywhere you see this Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. And I think this Swachh Bharat Abhiyan has given a phenomenal impetus to our business. And it's like somebody asked me, "So what kind of marketing do you do?" So I said, I have a new brand ambassador now.
Exactly.
And my brand, I would say that my brand ambassador is Narendra Modi now.
Yes.
The amount of marketing that he is doing for us, because it's amazing.
Yes.
Nobody did that for us. For the last 15 years we've been seeing this. Nobody has ever bothered to address this, which has been a blaring issue. It's in front of our eyes. We see it every day. But how many people are really thinking about doing anything about it? So I think that the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is fantastic. I think it's going to really, really change. But you know what? The most important thing is we ourselves also need to make an effort to change it. As a country, we need to make changes ourselves also. If you come to think about it, you go outside this hall and you're eating, that pavada or something, take that plate. You don't think twice before chucking it outside. Majority of them. I'm not saying that, but most people would do that. I've seen on the expressway, where the McDonald's in Panvel,
horrible.
McDonald's in Panvel, you stop, normally I stop there to take a pee break, at McDonald's. So I go and do my susu and come back. Maybe I pick up a burger or something and I eat it. I have seen that there are cars and mota gadas. Asa nahi ki, the people are unemployed. It's nothing to do with education or nothing to do with wealth. I have seen people from a 7 Series BMW in front of me about maybe 15 minutes on the highway. Typically when the burger is over and the fries are over and the coke is over, the window goes down and you see there's a particular patch where you see lots of McDonald's kachara on the left side of the road. And I mean, this is, people say, educated people do it. These are educated accomplished, wealthy people who are still doing the same. So it really has nothing to do with.
That is the arrogance. We'll not talk much about that.
No, it's nothing to do with money. It's a work ethic. No, it's work. It's your ethic. I think as an ethic, we have to ourselves change it.
And consistent, and people like you.
We have to keep talking about it. We have to keep saying the same thing over and over again. I think that's what will change it. But like I said, this thanks to Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, now people are thinking.
Yes.
That should not be doing it.
Yes. Now my next question is Rajeev. Question. Now tell me your experience about 4 or 5 things. One is a customer, as a banker, a relative, friend, politician, foreigner, intellectual, competitor, and media. Go one by one. No, 3 sentences, not more than that.
So I didn't get the question, really.
Your experience with these people.
Okay.
Because as an entrepreneur, they are the people who are around you always, all the time.
So let's start. My
Bharat,
intelligence is slightly one way or the other.
Customer.
So I think the most important person for you is your customer. Customer is king, God, everything, but till he pays you. Right? Don't confuse that once your customer stops paying you, he's still God. He's not God, then he becomes a villain. Because I can tell you, your main reason for your DSO going up, or daily your debtors outstanding going up, is basically the sales department thinks that the customer should not be disturbed in any way. So you can have your DSO going up from 30-40 days to 150 days.
How you have overcome as an entrepreneur?
So, I think more than an entrepreneur, it's also been time, it's been experience, it's been mentoring from people such as many sitting in this hall, who have taught me that, look, it doesn't mean that because he's a customer, he needs to be given a service where he doesn't pay you for 200 days. I have had situations that customer hasn't paid and I'm still like, Sahib to the guy, because tomorrow, he's going to probably take out the carpet from under your feet and you're going to be left with nothing. So sometimes you tend to even forget about that balance about really the customer being the guy who's providing you the money, but if he doesn't provide you the money, then what? Do you have the capacity to go and talk to the customer and tell, look boss, you need to pay me, otherwise I can't give you the service.
What I want to ask you is, as a successful entrepreneur, what is your experience with customers?
There should be a balance.
Yeah.
There should be a balance. The customer has to know that, look, these guys are professionals, they're doing their job properly, and you provide a service absolutely impeccably to the customer, but you have to get paid for it. If you don't get paid for it, there is a problem. I have seen different kinds of bankers over the last so many years.
Yes,
so from the first banker who threw my business plan away to a banker who says, bank account. So I've seen lots of things change when your finances improve, when your balance sheets improve, when your scale improves. Automatically banking also changes, because banking in India is very conservative. They're not as liberal as in the West. So for them, until they really see the profit, until they really see what kind of collaterals they can have, they're not going to come to you.
Relatives? Because we face this every day.
Yeah, so I think some, again, relatives, not all relatives are really
bad and all are bad.
Yeah, it's 50-50. So some relatives are,
how to handle that? That is very important. That's what we are asking you.
Oh, handle something. Look, you have to learn to ignore. If you take it to heart, you have a problem. Right? You can't be emotional about it.
That is very important.
If somebody tells you, you're doing toilet business, you did your MBA, you should have done this. हे काय टॉयलेटचं हे करतोय. आता उलट झालं म्हणा. आता एक्झॅक्टली उलट झालं.
फोटो काढायला तयार असतात.
तेव्हा पूर्वी तसं नव्हतं. पूर्वी इट वॉज काय वेळ झालं मुलगा, काहीतरी काय टॉयलेट संडास विकतोय, काय करतोय, साफ करतोय, कुणाला माहिती काय. लॉट ऑफ पीपल हॅव सेड दॅट. इट्स नॉट लाईक इट्स हॅपन्ड. बट आय थिंक majority of people, I think if you're doing the right job, even your relatives, if you convince them, look, boss, you do it every day. You go to the bathroom and shit. Don't you clean your own bathroom? That's how simple it is. It's just that, like I again said, the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan has changed this. Everybody is now thinking, he's doing toilets and.
Why I'm asking you, Rajeev? Because every entrepreneur has to face all these things.
Absolutely. I mean, relatives are a big.
Means customer, the banker, the.
Relatives are a big relatives are a dampener.
Then friends.
So I went to business school. Some of my friends today are CEOs and vice presidents of various companies in India, multinational companies also, and all over the world. And when I started, I think I was the only guy in my entire class that actually
you did entrepreneurship.
Totally, and that also in the field of sanitation. So